Please welcome to the stage from Nishanic Station, New Jersey, Shivram and Anjali Kumar.
Okay, very good. Awesome, guys. And you know what? If you're brand new here, now it has to get to you. Okay, this has to, it's like you have to feel it from within. You will have to feel it from within, the spirit of this business, the spirit of free enterprise. I hope you do. Do you? I need to be my own boss. Who needs to be their own boss? Who wants to call the shots in here? So we all agree. We all like to look in the mirror and see the boss. I like to look in the mirror and shave the boss. What kind of business do you start then? What are you going to do? Start an IT company? I mean, you won't even find a name to start an IT company. They're all gone. ABC, BCD, CGA, FEA, everything is gone. You'll have to call it computer consulting. What are you going to do? Or maybe you will come with a great new idea. See, 15 years from now, Bill Gates may not be the wealthiest guy in the world. It's going to be somebody else who comes up with some of the technology, some of the innovation. True? So there are going to be billionaires in other fields. But I have a feeling that if you were going to be that person, you would know by now. Which means most of you know that you are not that person. Yes or no? Do this. Do this. Who wants to innovate? Do you want to invent something? New technology? Forget it. Let somebody else do it. So if you know that, if you have an inkling that you might not be the next billionaire through a new innovation, guess what? What kind of business are you going to start? You don't have a choice. If you don't like the yelling and the screaming in this room, I have got news for you. You don't have a choice. What else are you going to do? What else are you going to do? You shouldn't be looking, if you're a new person, my advice is that don't come here looking to see if this opportunity is good for you. Come here hitting your knees and praying that this opportunity is for you. Because, dude, you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. If you'll be honest to yourself. Look at this. The 19th largest privately held company in the United States of America, according to Forbes magazine. And it grew 26% last year. Billion-dollar companies grew up to 6.2 billion worldwide last year. Companies find it very hard to do that, guys. You know what? I sit on the systems executive committee. I also sit on the IBOI board. Thanks to Kanti and Lata, our upline, and the whole team that we are a part of. They put us on the put me on the IBOAI board, Independent Business Owners Association International. And it has been a great experience for the last 1 year. I want to let you know, because see, when I came in, guys, that's what I'm going to talk to you about. I'm going to get very basic, but I want to touch on this a little bit. Okay? I'm on a trend of thought here that I don't want to lose, but when I went to that board, I saw something. I saw something that I believe is totally unique. I don't think it exists anywhere else in the world, because the higher you go in a company, usually there is more hush-hush. Right? Do you think WorldCom had some hush-hush? Do you think Enron had some hush-hush? What do you think? Yeah, they all had hush-hush as you go up. In the IBOI board, guys, I'll tell you, it just absolutely thrills me. There are many committees in the IBOI board. There is Awards and Recognition Committee. There is a International Committee. There's a Marketing Advisory Committee. There is a Legal and Ethics Business Operations Committee. And all these committees discuss, they break into different sessions, and then they combine together in a general session, and we vote on recommendations that we make with the company. You got to understand, we are independent business owners. We are not employees. So we negotiate with the company for a lot of the things, and when these recommendations are made, we vote on them. And when we do that, guys, let me tell you, there are 6 attorneys, at least, in the room. 3 of them represent the company, 3 of them represent you, IBO organization. I just want you to know that. The reason I'm saying this is because I have never heard them say anything like, acknowledging any of the negatives about us, either on the net or otherwise. I've never heard them say, you know what, this is really an illegal pyramid, $6.2 billion, and we got to hush it. I mean, it is right on the money, guys. I mean, I'm telling you, there is nothing but integrity there. Nothing but positive talk. They're also as amazed at our critics as we are. These are top attorneys, guys. There is no possible way your brother-in-law can know more than those attorneys. It is not possible. You know, when critics come at you, when negative people come at you, you should know how to handle it. You should know where you stand. Don't try to defend when people criticize the system. Do you know why? You don't qualify to defend a $6.2 billion corporation. You need those attorneys sitting there for that. But you know, people say, you know, this one writes something negative, this one says something negative, or all this stuff comes along. Do you know that it is not, when somebody criticizes you, you can sue them, right, or defames you. But if they don't have any money, there's no point suing them because you lose more money on the attorney that sues them. There's a lot of broke people that say a lot of things about us. There's no point suing them. Remember the McDonald's thing? So you know what? When critics criticize us, they're all broke. There's no point in reacting to them. You're not going to get anything out of it. Now, if I can get some of the wealthiest people to write some negative about the system, we can sue them and we'll get awarded hundreds of billions of dollars. But you know what? All these people love our business. Anybody that knows anything about free enterprise, love this business. They love this business. I think TD was reading the list of accolades that just Jay Van Andel has. And his son is in the Chamber of Commerce, U.S. Chamber of Commerce chairman. He was, or he still is, I'm not sure. But I want you guys to leave from here. You know, they call it a code of honor. You know, something that you adhere to. It used to be more popular in those days. A handshake was as good as a contract. You didn't need written contract. A man's word meant something. Hello? And if we can make that bond today, you know, and we can all stand up to a code of honor and we say, you know what, this is the right thing to do. This thing has to grow because it's good for the people. This thing has to grow because it's good for you. And we walk out of here, man, ready to withstand the world. You know what, we will go to a $100 billion corporation in absolutely no time. I absolutely believe that. And where will your life be if the system goes from 1.1 last year to 100 billion? I'm talking about North America now. Where will your business, where will your life be? I believe that this is the natural thing to do and jobs are unnatural. We should all be doing this. And if this doesn't work, I mean, if you showed 10,000 plans and no one got in, then you should get a job. I can't tell you how much passion I have for this business. I can't tell you the great things that have happened. Our marriage is the best it can be because of this business. And it's getting better every day. Anjali is a blessing in this business. She's the biggest blessing I've received from the business because we met through the business. You know, I sponsored Ajay and Alka and Anjali as sisters. Everything we've got is because of this business. And are we free? No matter how you define free, we are free. We are free people, guys. It is almost, I mean, to the point of embarrassment. You turn down trips. I don't like to turn down anything free. You know, when we go to Q12 Achievers Trip and Diamond Club and all that, yeah, they give the bonuses, but they also give these free things, you know, free t-shirts and this and that. I grew up in a house that we were not like starving or anything, but there was always this fear that some guest is going to come because we didn't have a refrigerator, you know, and they're going to come and eat, and then you may not have enough for everybody. A little bit of fear was there when I was growing up. Kept us humble, you know. I still have that fear. I keep thinking before I go to the EDC desk, and EDC desk is not crowded usually, you know, somebody's going to take my t-shirt. Or in a buffet, I'm so glad I'm EDC because they always ask you to eat first. When I was not EDC, when I was not Diamond, it's like, maybe it'll get over before I get there. But anyway, guys, I mean, turning down trips is something that I never thought we'd do. Free trips. Just turned down a trip to Bintan, Singapore, wherever that is, you know. Last year we turned down a couple of trips. This year we have, what we have left? Hawaii, Peter Island, South African safari, and maybe even Europe once more. So I'm telling you, man, I'm busy vacationing. I need a break. Anyway, I'll tell you what, you know, I already had I had a good sized emerald ship when we got married, but Anjali came with magic. Let me tell you, she sprinkled magic on the team. She knows how to unconditionally love people. She knows how to apply the principles of life. She knows how to connect with people. You cannot be around her 2 minutes and not feel great about yourself. She's also the greatest mother in the world and the best wife in the world. My wife Anjali here.
Well, hello everyone, and it's great to be standing here on the Gala Brit stage to talk to you all and share a little bit with you this evening. You know, we've already heard so much from all the incredible leaders that have spoken before us, and Kanti and Lata are going to speak and wrap up for tonight, and it's going to be incredible. You're going to have the best of the best just from them, and they're just incredible leaders. You know, you heard from our incredible upline Manipal and Renuka just before us, and it's just been a wonderful, wonderful journey in this business. You know, this business has more than you know, the fancy gowns you see us wearing on stage, and you know, the jewelry and all this stuff is great. You know, we appreciate everything that comes our way, but the friendships that we have in this business are priceless. The mentorship that we have is just incredible. You know, at every step of our life we have someone who's willing to guide us, you know, who's willing to just tell us from their experience whether we should do something or not, based on you know, what they have experienced in life. And it's just incredible. You know, our friendships don't just last for 1 week or 1 year. You know, we build friendships and it lasts us throughout our lifetime. You know, when we were growing up as kids, there was a certain age where you were in kindergarten with a few kids, and then you went to school and you had a different set of kids, or maybe you moved and you had a different set of children growing up. And then when we came to this country, it was a different set of friends we had to form, and then you get married and it's a totally different life, and you have you know, pretty much hang out with people that are married or similar to your background. But in this business you have an opportunity to just be together for life. You know, we have friendships that we have for many, many years with our team, with people that are growing in our business, which are coming on. You know, we have made promises to each other that we will stay together and stay united and stay humble and stay steady and travel the world together, travel, you know, the beaches together, have a legacy that we leave back for our family and our kids. And we were able to do that. You know, it's not just a friendship for a few days. You know, it's like every couple of weeks we are in a different location. Last week we were with some of our best friends at Achievers, you know, and in Orlando. And then a few weeks from now we'll be hanging out with the Diamonds and Up in Maui with our upline and all at EDC Club, and then moving on to Diamond Club, and then we go off with our upline and with the brand new Diamonds, Ajay and Alka and Ramesh and Rama and Sugit and Kajal and TD and Suparna. We will go to Peter Island this year. And it's just one vacation after another. It's absolutely incredible. I hope you can see that. I hope you can see that this business comes as a package. There is a lot of money to be made. You will make that money, provided you are willing to do the work. You have heard what it takes to do it. You know, it's a very simple business. It's a business of being willing to change and to reach out to more people and understand how you can impact their lives, how you can make a difference in the number of lives that you impact in a positive way will determine how big your organization is. You have to be willing to go out and stay steady and share this plan with many, many people, and be willing to do the work it takes, you know, which is reading the books and associating and using the products and creating some volume, creating customers, keeping everything legal and ethical, and following the system with all the parameters that it takes to build it. All that can be learned, you know, but the feeling that you get walking out of this function is something you have to hold in your heart and remember. This is not a mirage you're in right now. It's actual people you have seen on stage. When we came to our first couple of functions, we were sitting in the crowd just like you, and we always visualized walking on stage and speaking and having our own functions and filling coliseums with people in our downline, and we always visualized what we wanted in life. But initially, if you're new getting started here, all you need to do is just understand that this is a good business with good people. The people, the caliber of people that you've been sitting with for the last 24 hours and for the next couple of hours are just top of the they're just top of the line. It doesn't get any better than this. You see people that have strong family values, people that are willing to learn and grow and humble themselves, and also be strong about what they believe and stand in. And you have to understand what all it takes to succeed in this business. You know, we have a very, very united team. We are part of Kanti and Lata's organization, and we just appreciate everything that they do for us. When you have an organization building up, you need to understand that the more united you are, and I love the talk that, you know, the speakers gave. I think Rajiv and Minnie had unity, if I'm not mistaken, but whoever spoke about it, it's just incredible that the leadership, if you heard what was being taught this weekend, you know it all. You know what it takes to go out and make it happen. We are here to tell you that if we could do it, so can you. Whatever price you're paying right now, it is worth it. You know, a lot of you have already made arrangements to be here this weekend. A lot of you have probably gotten calls from your kids asking when you're coming home. And, someone did something. We have 3 little girls, as you saw in the video. Our oldest, Devika, is 6 years old. Our Tarika is 4, well, 4.5. Don't forget the half. And our little Ritika is going to be 2 years old next month. And, it's just exciting. You know, we want to go back and do it for them as well. And, we get those calls as well. But you're doing the right thing by being here. You're doing the right thing. Whatever age your kids are, whatever stage you are in life, this is the right time for you to build this business. And don't hesitate to make the right decisions to go ahead with doing this. The belief and the faith that you have in this business will come from your action. And also from, understanding that, anybody and everybody is made equal, There's nobody special or more special than you. You are what you are, and you are made with every ability and every character that it takes to build this business. There could be some fine-tuning here and there based on what you've come into life with, the kind of stuff that you've grown up with, but you do have the ability and the capability of overcoming anything that you have to overcome to succeed in this business. It's a very, very simple business. We have learned from our upline to have a very grateful heart, to understand that it's a long-term business, and as long as you're grateful for everything that you're going through right now, you will see the success and you will reach out to the people that are meant to be big players in your life and impact people. You see, you have to build this business on faith and hope, and understand that the next person you talk to could be the one that would be the next diamond in your team. You don't know where it's going to come from. When Manipal and Renuka spoke to Kumar, they didn't know that, of course they believed in him and they believed in us, but they didn't know what was going to happen. They spoke to so many other people at that time. And then you just identify, the leaders identify themselves based on, their dreams and their goals. But you have to share it with everybody. You could meet the next person tomorrow. You could meet them walking out tonight, wherever. Whenever you are, that's what it is. You understand that it's endless and opportunities. And if someone else can do it, why not you? If someone else can have the lifestyle, why not you? Why not your kids and your family? We used to I used to work as a travel agent, and my husband was a computer consultant. You have heard our stories. If you haven't, it's a very, very simple story. We both grew up in Bombay, India. We are immigrants that came to this country. He came here to study, and I came here because my family was going through some situations, and Dad had business problems, and my sister had gotten married here. My brother was already studying here, so my parents sent me here to be with them. And it's like initially we don't know what we don't know. You come here and you start working and you understand, you're scared a little bit. I didn't have my green card. You work on getting all that paperwork squared away. You have... and I don't know what you have to overcome. I don't know what level what phase in life you are in right now. But you will overcome what you have to overcome based on your desire to do it. My desire to be in this country and to make it happen was so strong that I was willing to do whatever it took, within all, ethical standards. Like I wanted to work. I was willing to work anything that would get me a decent paycheck so I could survive. I was willing to do what it took to get my green card and to understand and learn something and then move on. Then I met my husband, and he gave me the choice to stay at home. He gave me the choice to build this business full time with him. He had already reached the emerald level when I got into the business, and we already had a fairly considerable organization. We had a large organization when I came in, and we already had identified certain leaders. And it's just a responsibility, when you come in and you meet people, you understand that it's not just your life anymore. It's like you're interacting with so many people and you're interacting with so many lives, and the more you learn about how you can improve your skills to deal with people, the faster you'd succeed in the long run. But being grateful for everything that you have to overcome to do that. There's always should be that attitude of gratitude, and what you believe is what you should, visualize. You should visualize your life a certain way. We always did that. We always visualized, a debt-free life. A life that we were together as a couple, happy with our children, our parents, happy seeing our parents healthy. We had to overcome a lot of other things. I don't think there's any person here that hasn't overcome things. Kanti and Lata have a huge organization because they've just overcome a lot more than we have. It's not that they didn't have situations that they had to face, but they were willing to face it, and based on how they reacted to what was given to them, determined how big their blessings were. Or are. So that's how it is. You have to be willing to take that next step of faith and belief and hope. As Renuka said, write down your goals, visualize what you want, put pictures up wherever you want. Those are the basic steps of what we did. And to have what we have today is incredible. When you are new, you don't really know how big this business can be, so you just have to take it on faith and keep coming back to events like this that will let you understand how big this business can be. And while you're in the car, while you're associating on a regular basis, listen to a lot of tapes and listen to a lot of stuff of people that have already built this business successfully and see what they have done. You may not relate to everybody on a tape, but you're willing to learn that one thing from each person that has succeeded, and maybe that can help you build a bigger organization. Don't be critical, don't point fingers at people and say, well, this one is not doing this, or this one didn't do this, or my upline didn't do this, or my downline didn't do this. It's all people. People are people. They are going to make mistakes, but how big are you going to be to overcome that and still build your business and stay steady with your dream? I hope your dream is crystallized and strong enough that you don't get swayed away if someone tells you that you're working too hard, or you haven't had enough rest, or it will take effort to build this business, but it is worth it. Today we live in a lovely home. My husband has provided a great home for us. Our kids grow up. They, go to private schools. We spend time with them. We have money to spend on them. Our daughters are taking swimming lessons. They're in the swim team, taking swimming classes. In fact, Rama is giving private dance classes to our oldest daughter. And that's it. It's just so much fun to see them grow up with friends and to grow up in an environment where whatever they want, we can practically give it to them, It's funny because now, it's Christmas coming up, and I'm like, they have so many things, You don't want to spoil them with so much, but then you just have to get them something. So, you just kind of, you ask them, the best blessing that, is when we ask our children, I'm like, Devika, so what do you want for Christmas this year? And she's like, Mom, bubblegum or lollipop. And I'm like, okay, so, pretty much all the other things are covered that we can handle. But, they have a sense of security that is just wonderful. And we've been able to do that because of this business, because we don't have the hassles that, that most people go through. We do have help in our home all the time. I've had that for many years now. I have great help whenever we travel. Like right now, we have a nanny that used to be with us, but she had to move to Florida. So whenever we are out, we actually fly her in to take care of the kids and be with the children, because she's just wonderful and I trust her so much. And she's there with them right now. And it's just wonderful to do that, to pay the extra money, to be able to do that. So right now we have 3 kids and I have 3 people watching them. So it wasn't always like this, but it's just working out like this. So, I have one to entertain them, one to take care of the house and cook for them, and one to take care of the little baby. So it's kind of nice to be able to do things like that. And be willing to give people, they're serving you and you give them, you pay them very well and they're willing to do a lot more for you. But, I know that most people, the biggest struggle they have to overcome is the struggle of, failure or what people are thinking, or, how will I explain this to this friend of mine, or, don't worry, you stay steady with your dream, because when you succeed, they will all be very, very happy for you. There will be some people that will look at this opportunity and say, well, if you are building it, there's got to be something in it that's good. And some people that just won't understand it. You be willing to work with the ones that are going to make a difference in your life and in your future, and you will have the lifestyle, the number one lifestyle that this business promises. And I'm telling you, it's just there's nothing else like this out there. This business is the best business in the world, with the financial security that you have and the friendships that you have. You just can't go wrong. And also the relationship that you build. It's the only business that I know of that gives you the full potential to be the best that you can. I can be the best mom for my kids. I can be the best wife to my husband. I can be the best business owner. I can be the best example for people that need that. And any aspect of your life you can enhance if you just stay steady with it. So I just hope you understand that this weekend was put together for you to understand how big this business can be for you and how much you can accomplish through it. And we are just normal, simple people just like you. We run our home, we have little kids in the house, and we just have regular situations that even you go through. But whatever stage you are in life, it is the best time for you to do it. But I do want you to hear from my husband, because he is an incredible dreamer. He has stayed, he's just got a passion for this business that it's just pulled him through and guided him through to have and lead an organization like this. He's extremely hardworking. He's very steady with his dreams and desires, and he's a great provider for our family. But he is also an incredible leader for a lot of people. So here he is, my wonderful husband, Kumar.
Great. That was the best I've heard. She is my princess. We talk about the results, we see the end result. I wish I could just show you what I really like to wear, jeans and t-shirt. This is a price that we are paying for the responsibility of being a leader kind of thing, Even the gown thing is, basically she doesn't walk around in the house, I just want you to know that, we wear this so, like Rishi said, in the afternoon, we can't come looking like we're going grocery shopping anyway. But the reality, that is really who we are, okay? If you really look at it, all the diamonds that spoke, even Kanti and Lata coming after us, our sponsors, Manipal and Renuka, we're very simple people. We are down to earth, and this business helps you do that. You don't have to put on an air. You don't have to lie, cheat, or steal, But we talk about the end results, and we are probably tired of listening to it by now, houses and cars and trips. And Anjali didn't mention it, but we were in France recently because my oldest daughter wanted to see the Eiffel Tower. So instead of buying a book, we just took the whole family to France. And we did it first class we took the nanny with us, of course, we had a tour guide and chauffeur-driven limousine everywhere, cost almost like a wedding would, But all those things are there, and some of you might be getting tired of listening to it, because I can tell you the first function I came to, I had it up till here. Okay, so you got a nice car. Okay, so you got jewelry. Okay. Tell me something else, You have to know that there was a struggle. With every victory that's worth enjoying, there is a struggle associated with it. I want you to know, I came to a business meeting that Manipal invited me to, and I wasn't excited about it. I went there, you might have heard my story before. I went there because IBOs could buy group rate health insurance through the business at that time. They still do it in some states, I think, And so in New Jersey, I wanted health insurance, and instead of calling a insurance agent, I ended up seeing this plan. And when I did see the plan, I didn't get really fired up about the business. I signed up and my dream was fulfilled within 1 week because I had my health insurance. You know? So I wish I could tell you that I got in and understood everything and built a big business. No, it was a process, man. I mean, in the beginning, I was so unsure of this thing because the brain goes, file not found, it's like multi-level, circles, I can't say I was negative, but I was extremely skeptical, and I thought I was going to really do well in computers and music. Yeah. I was going to cut albums. I was always looking for residual income. Because to me, with or without this business, I never thought that 45 hours a week, going back and forth, it always looked like a stupid idea to me. Right since I was a child. I didn't need, the business leaders to tell me. I didn't feel insulted when people said, jobs have no meaning. I was fired up. I got excited. I said, finally I meet somebody with sense. So I didn't feel somebody was stepping on my toes, That was okay. So I signed up and then Manipal will tell you, man, I was making more excuses than you can shake a stick at, He would invite me to a meeting and I would say, I was going to come to the meeting, but, I had to go to the airport to pick someone up. And on the way back, I was going to stop at the meeting, but some ninjas attacked me, He just didn't wait for me. He registered other people. He just went wide. And then, you know what? The good thing I remember later on Kanti telling me that he and Praveen or Madhu and Kanti and Lata were talking to each other, and the only thing Kanti knew was that I was coming back. He knew I was skeptical. He knew I had questions, but he saw me come back to the meetings. You see, if you are cold, you should come towards the fire, not run away from it. He saw that I was asking questions, but I was coming back. Somebody would loan me a tape or a CD or something, and I would not listen to it. Manipal loaned me some material to listen to. I never listened to it because I didn't pay for it. 3 years later, when I suddenly hit a brake in my car, all these tapes flew out from under my seat. I said, oh, Manipal gave these to me. I started paying for it, I started listening to it. But you can't, we went through the stuff you're going through, guys. I just enjoyed it. Call me a masochist. When somebody says no, I love it. I just enjoy it. Right now at least I know there are these attorneys, behind us in the IBOA board and the company and this and that. I know that the company, I know the family members on a first name basis. Doug calls me Kumar, I call him Doug. I say, oh man. Between him and I, we are multi-billionaires together. These people, at that time, I didn't know anybody. Nobody knew me. I hardly knew me. That's why they gave me a badge at work. Oh, Kumar. They must think we're really stupid, at work. You need a badge just in case you forget who you are. Just in case you stray away into virtual something. Into cyberspace. So I got we had the same things that you're going through. Do you imagine? Can I tell you something, guys? 17 is the number of people that I showed the plan to first and no one got it. 17. And mostly it was because I was trying to show this business like I was trying to give a disease away. Another thing was I was not into the system. I was not really offering this business in a professional way. And you know what? No matter how much you try in the beginning, it's going to be like that. It's called a learning curve. Accept it. 17 no's. It included, I found out that my relatives and some of my friends really didn't like me. Everybody thought I was crazy. And of course, I needed somebody that would believe in me. Suresh and Padma Punj, I blew them away. First time, I didn't show them the plan, I showed them the products. Padma is my cousin, and they looked at the products and said, and Suresh, I'll tell you what, he vanished into the corner of the apartment and he never looked back. He was looking at the wall for the rest of the evening. I call it the magic corner. It was like the tragic corner for me. He didn't sign up. Padma felt sorry for me. She bought the products, wrote a check. My beginning was very shaky, guys. You got nose, I had nose. You have people criticizing you, I have people criticizing me. We had TV programs about our business. You can come into this function to take a video clip of it and make it look like a farce. Because we're not stiff people. We yell and we shout. We are like children, man. Nobody monitors what I say. Nobody censors what I say. So we had a TV program about somebody that, got into the business, didn't do anything, didn't make any money. Somebody told me, I know somebody who got into this business. They didn't do anything, didn't make any money. I said, great. You get in, you don't do anything, you won't make any money, then you'll know two people. Albert. He says, why are you calling me Albert? So why are you talking like Einstein? I'm telling you. Same thing. Frustration. Somebody says 100 PB. We didn't even Excess just launched recently. No Excess. 26 when I got free at 29. Somebody said double X. I said, how much PV? 25. Okay, I'll order it. It is small and it's got PV. Phytonutrients, I didn't care. Just give me the darn thing. Don't give me something big. Give me small PV stuff. But I didn't know what to do. I would always forget to use it. I remember I came to the first function. I came by myself and one guy with me. And I came and said, whoa, these people are crazy, man. But he seemed to enjoy it, so I didn't say anything. He was all fired up, so I just kept quiet. I might be skeptical, but I ain't stupid, You think I had a great... He swore with tears in his eyes that he will be my first diamond. Never saw him after the first function. Then I remember once I was starting to develop a group and I bought all these tickets for... I was holding 7 tickets for somebody in my hand and I had to go to the restroom or something, so I had a lady IBO in my group. I said, can you hold on to these for me? I'll be back in 15 minutes. I came back in 15 minutes and she had lost the 7 tickets. 7 multiplied by 90. $630. But I couldn't show it. Never pass what? Negative, downline. So inside I was about to have a heart attack. She said, I lost you, I'm sorry, I don't know where I put it. I said, it's okay. And she said, we have these day owls and night owls after the meeting. She said, man, Kumar, he's so good. There's so much money in the business. I misplaced his 7 tickets and he didn't even bat an eyelid. I almost went back to the restroom to throw up. That was in Kankan's group, by the way, that lady IBO. He owes me some money, dude. That's one of the primary reasons Kankan and Samina went diamond, so they can pay us back. And then at the night owl in an e-commerce seminar, same lady, Kumar didn't even bat an eyelid. I went to the diner, Luna Bell Diner in New Jersey, to the bathroom to almost throw up again. $630, man. But I didn't say anything. Cool. They said attitude is everything. So I was smiling in front of them and... I went through stuff. Sanjeev and Shana talked to you about, how I dragged people to Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Now Kanti and Lata's team is a dominating factor in the entire system and we decide our venues. At that time we didn't know. Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Most people don't know where Gatlinburg, they don't even know where Tennessee is. We had functions in places that, you don't even want to know. It was not the end of the earth, but you could see it from there. $17 people. And then Suresh and Padma, the reason they got in was because I didn't cash a check. Most people would be happy if you don't cash the check. The product she bought. But they were saying, you have to cash the check. I said, you have to come to a meeting. They came to a meeting and they have been loyal. So I needed somebody to believe in me, guys. Suresh and Padma were the first couple that believed in me. I needed someone to believe in me. And you'll find them too. And for a while, we simply kept believing in each other and we couldn't find anybody else to believe in. But I kept doing the work. That's all I can say. You know what? It was not a smooth sailing thing. It was not like, you sponsor people 1, 2, 3. Exact same thing that happens to you. Some guy says, I cannot come on Friday for the function, I'll come on Saturday. So somebody stays back, try to drag him, then he doesn't end up coming up. You end missing some of the function. This happens, that happens. Somebody's calling you from outside for a ticket. You run back and forth, Somebody doesn't have a room. You try to pack 5 people in one room. Same things. We did the same things that you're doing right now. You're just hoping somebody will show up. You become a vulture at e-commerce seminars because you're outside you're waiting for your prospect. We do the same things. I remember, everybody is saying, this is the key to the business. Showing the plan 5 times a week, 5 to 7 times is the key to the business. I said, okay, great, I got a key now. Wonderful. And they said, man, you have to read every night, half an hour. It's the key to the business. 2 keys. If you don't do 150 PB, we won't call you a loser, but you're not a winner. It's called, as a single guy, eagle volume. Okay, I'm not a loser, but I'm not a winner. This is extremely confusing to me. Sort of like stochastic systems, which was a core course I had to take in Drexel University, which I still have nightmares about. And I said, okay, I'll read, man. I'll do the 150 PB. I'll do it, okay? Leave me alone upline. I didn't want my upline to keep checking my volume online and get a heart attack over me. So ditto delivery first month. Even before ditto, I did it. First day of the month, finished. It was a business thing. I want Manipal to look at me and smile and love me for who I am. But if my PV is constantly 2.5, 3, 2.5, 3, no matter, he is a saint, but he's human. In the beginning, your upline is also, they are not looking at you as greatness in the next diamond. They just want some PV. Come on. Okay? They don't look at you as a PV machine, but you know what? They're saying, amongst other things, you're also a PV machine. They want to help you, but the number 2.5 keeps screaming at them. I said, you know what? I want Manipal to have peace with me. 150. Okay, done. Somebody said, standing order CD. That's the key. What is standing order? $7.50 per CD. I said, this key I don't want. But remember the genius who came to the first function with me? He was at that seminar. Harsh Thakkar was doing this training. And Harsh is saying, those of you who are serious about the business will get on the standing order program. And I'm sitting in the 6th row. My guy is sitting in the 4th row. And he sticks, who wants to get on standing order? He sticks his hand up. Which is fine. Except he turns around and looks at me. So I did one of these. Kumar, you have a master's degree in computer engineering. You're always gone to meetings. Always gone to meetings. I liked hanging around with these people. What do you want me to do? I wanted to show a plan on the board. But you had to be a silver or a platinum to get on the board of the hotel. So I found out that Kanti and Lata were starting a group in Long Island. I said, okay. Kanta and Bala know about this. I've talked to you about this couple right here, Kanta and Bala. Let me tell you, they worked the business here when they lived here consistently, over and over again. They were always consistent. And sometimes I would see them talk to Kanti and Lata, or after Diamond, with Praveen and Madhu, everybody knew that they would say, Kumar, we want the business to move for us. I would see tears in her eyes. Guess what? They go to India and they're not even here, and they go Sapphire in the US. They weren't even here when they went Sapphire, guys. They were living in India when they went Sapphire. Does the business work? But I remember doing meetings in Long Island. For Kanti, I didn't even have prospects there. But I wanted to show the plan on the board. It was magical to go to Kanti and Lata's home in Union on Sunday morning. Show up at 7:30 or something there and eat a nice toasted bagel with green chutney that Lata would make, and cream cheese. And we'd say, hop onto their, I don't know what it was, a van, station wagon, something, and we'd go to Long Island and I'd show the plan on the board. In fact, Rajan and Lakshmi saw the plan there. Girish Desai saw the plan through me. But somehow I got into Kulin's group, you know. I haven't complained, okay? Because I am a giver. No, he was. Of course, he was Kulin's prospect, you know. But I remember driving with Kanti and Lata to Rochester, New York. I remember going to Praveen and Madhu's house every time I was hungry. I knew that they were looking to build a relationship with me. Manipal and I used to show up in Praveen and Madhu's house all the time to eat. Some of you are feeding single people. It's an investment. It's worth it, man. In fact, I don't remember all the events properly, but I think that Madhu had strategically placed some meals at the right time, so that could be one of the reasons I didn't quit. But you know what it is, guys? I was around the fire. A lot of people said a lot of things. I just stopped listening. Nobody had an alternative. You think you got more negative today than we had? I'm sorry, you're wrong. Everything, oh, it's a pyramid, you know, something, our products are expensive. Same nonsense. You know. Oh, Kumar, I heard the products are expensive. Come, I'm just waiting for you. Come, sit down, please. You are the only person who's waiting for. Come, please. Hello, somebody give him a Nobel Prize. Hello, excuse me. He found out that the products are expensive. He's the only man in the world who said that so far. In the entire world. Products are expensive. Does anybody know what is free at 4,000 PB? What? So I went my merry way, showing the plan, you know. I thought something was wrong. Another thing is, some geniuses see the plan, they will answer the question also at the follow-up. What will you do with the extra $2,700? Oh, I'll do this, that, I'll get out of debt. I'm excited about ongoing income. Yeah, man, I mean, that'll be great. They sign up. So let's book a house meeting to show the plan. Show the what? Show the plan. You got to talk to people. People? Really? Excuse me, Albert, what did you see in the plan? What? Didn't you see circles? You think they are cows? They're people. They're people, man. Suddenly you don't want to talk to people, you don't know any people. If you don't know any people, you should be afraid to die, because who's going to carry you? It's like, what? So you see, guys, listen, I'm not a genius, but I figured I cannot work with people who don't speak the right language right up front. I don't want them to get committed and do everything, but the least they should have is the urge to sponsor. You know, I used to go to one seminar and here and there. Even when I was skeptical in the business for months, I wasted time, guys. But I was getting information, I was getting educated about the business. We are really in the education business. That's why we are in this room. We are in the education business. You don't control money, money will control you. Let me tell you what this system has given us and what business has given us. It has given us the ability to put money on a leash and make it do what you want it to do. Before the business, money used to say stand up and I used to stand up. Money said jump and I said how high. Now I say to money, jump. And money says, how high, boss? And money keeps jumping higher, man. It's like in the beginning when I was showing the plan, I was trying to exaggerate my income. Kind of, not really exaggerate, but kind of make it look like. When are you going platinum? Oh, how much money are you making, Kumar? Well, I'm planning on going platinum 6 months from now. Totally weird answer. Current income is $3.18. Actually, but you know what the opposite is? When you start making money, you don't want to talk much. It's like, when I show the plan today, if I told them my income, forget it. I'd have to travel with an ambulance, not my car. They won't believe it anyway. We don't do things around it. I show the plan exactly today the same way that I showed when I was 1,000 PB. Exact the same thing. So I did my thing. I kept showing the plan. I saw that my upline was doing the same thing. And Kanti was always calm. Here's the rule, guys. You can only panic in this organization. You can only panic when Kanti panics. And it ain't gonna happen. Anything can happen, and Kanti is... Here I would show 17 plants and come to the meeting, Kanti is... white sweet shot. Kanti so-and-so said he'll build the business. He's about to quit and go to his house. He's about to quit. Or says, you want some bagel? I said, he's not even bothered, man. Why should I be bothered? So stop being bothered. And then I went to a couple of other meetings. And man, I'll tell you, I learned about the power of unity, power of submission, and the power of the spoken word, the power of writing down your goals. You know what? I shut myself off from the negative. You see, we all have two voices. One is a good voice. He's on this shoulder. In the beginning, when people get in, this guy is really small because there's too much television and newspaper and garbage in us. The bad guy is on this shoulder. He's huge. Bad guy on the right shoulder. Good guy on the left shoulder. Any of you remember the book of the month, Red Dog and White Dog, remember? Dream Faker, Dream Stealer, Maker, whatever, that book, And he talks about Red Dog being the bad habits that we need to fence in. I was trying to explain to my daughter Devika about Red Dog being a bad dog, and she watches this cartoon about Clifford the big red dog, and her door shut down. She says, Clifford is a good dog, and she went away. And then I had to spend some time trying to make it purple and yellow instead of red. And anyway, so I'll tell you what. Let's think about the big red dog on the right shoulder and the small little white dog on the left shoulder. That's a positive guy, the white dog. And the red dog is the negative guy. The negative guy is sneering at you because you signed the application and got into this business. This red guy has having a great time when 17 people said no to me. I'm showing the plan. He's going, And the red and the white dog, little thing, he's not been fed, the red dog, but the white dog is starving. He's a little bit about to die. Thank God he had some life. Some prospects you're going to meet, the white dog is gone. Kaput. If the white dog has got some life, you can pump it up, right? If it's got zero life, what is 0 multiplied by 1,000? So here is a big red dog. And I'm showing the plan. Every time you show the plan, what are you showing? Diamond. You can be a diamond. That's what you're showing, right? 6 platinum legs. This guy's... You don't even have 22 PV. You're showing him how to go diamond. Shut up, okay? And this guy's saying, don't listen to him. But this guy is going crazy, and I have not changed my habits yet. I've still started not reading. I have not started reading yet. Not listening. I'm not associated. I'm not sold out to the system yet. And the red dog is getting bigger and bigger. And then I went to a meeting. Said, power of the spoken word. Speak what you want, not what you don't want. Even if your brain disagrees at first. Speak what you want, not what you don't want. Speak what you don't have as if you already have it. I said, everybody I talk to is getting into the business. I have the sharpest, most diversified, most unified, biggest, largest, most profitable, healthiest, happiest team in the history of this business period. Red dog saying, Kumar, you're a moron, man. You're wasting your time. Turn on the television. Then I started reading the books, listening to the CDs, associating with people who were going in life where I wanted to be. Kanti was not in life where I wanted to be when I saw him, but he was going where I wanted to go. I didn't need to see Kanti and Lata's current lifestyle to be impressed. I just needed to know where they were going. I needed to know where Praveen and Madhu were going. I didn't see Manipal and Renuka's this beautiful house. He didn't show me this when I got in. He was in an apartment when I got into the business. I didn't care where he lived. I was excited about what they were doing with their life on a weekly basis. And then when I got through this, I started reading with fervor, man, with intensity, with understanding. I got excited about the stuff on the books. Then one day, I put a sign on my TV screen. There is no PV in TV. And the red dog, I'll tell you what, he was upset. First he was saying, you can't do it, Kumar. Now he was still trying it, but it was a little weak. You can't do it. Go on. It was a little tentative now. Because I'm not going to watch TV. And if I don't watch TV, he's going to starve. Hello. And my white dog was growing. He was like an adolescent dog now. You know, where their voice is breaking, he said, "You can do it, Kumar." And my red dog was not laughing. He was like, and he would stop because he's starving. I was not listening to negatives. Guys. And you know what I found out? This red dog only looks big, but he's a wimp. When you make a decision, he won't even fight you. He's gone. Gone. He's gone. When I kill the red dog, guys, I'll tell you what, nothing can stop you, man. Nothing stopped me. I didn't care who got in, who didn't get in. I remember driving to Boston, I think, with Suresh and Padma Punj to show this plan to a PhD guy in the cold winter, snowing and everything. Go to his house, no guests. And he says, "Let's go to an Indian restaurant." What does that mean? He's going to treat us? Wrong. I bought the food. Of course, Suresh and Padma said, no, let's pay. We came back, gone all kinds of places, made plane trips, wondering why I'm going there. I remember before I found our second couple, Ram and Shailaja, Bombasani. It was a 6-month fight. I was showing plans everywhere. This PhD couple gets in from AT&T and they are nice couple. But you know what? They wouldn't do the steps. They wouldn't do the entire system. They forgot what it is like to be disciplined. They forgot what it took to get a PhD. But they were leading me to people. And they weren't doing all the 9 core steps. She was doing 4 one week and he was doing 5 the next week. So I'd call them and say, "Who's going to be accountable this week?" And he'd say, "I'm not being accountable, but she's taking the order." And I remember once he ordered some chips and I got delivered to my house, because they weren't there to pick it up or something. I picked it up. I had this whole box of potato chips. And the lady was in the house, right behind him. And I think her preferred means of transportation was a broom. And she said, "I will not have any online chips in this house." She had a chip on her shoulder. I had a whole case of it on mine. Masters in computer engineering, standing with a box of chips in my hand. Say, that is when I felt, why are you doing all this, Kumar? But something told me, and then Kanti's picture. What do I do? What do you do? You come to the open storming and I'm Kanti. What are you going to do? You know what you're going to do? If you got any guts, if you got a spine, you're going to go diamond. That's what you're going to do. I remember I had to deliver artistry to someone because this couple was looking for a rental apartment. They happened into my condominium and didn't have a rental office, so I showed them around my condominium. I signed them up, signed both the couple up, and then they ordered some artistry. So I was taking this in the bag, artistry tote bag. It's called, I think, something. 9:30 at night. I'm standing outside in that place. What's the name of that? Hannah Drive in Edison, and I'm standing there where Gladwin lives. I'm standing there. I'm going there to deliver this thing. And outside, the guy is standing there with a suitcase outside the house. So I said, "Where are you coming from, man?" He said, "No, I'm going." So what happened? I said, my girlfriend just threw me out. So she comes, she's yelling from the window at him. And I got products worth $300. And she's screaming at him and she's saying in her own language, whatever she's yelling at. Finally, she's done. And when there was what I thought was the right opportunity, I said, "Do you want these products?" Needless to say, I didn't sell any artistry that time. This high touch didn't work. Finally, 6 months of pain, saying all kinds of plans, going 9 deep in one leg, doing this and saying, everybody I talk to is getting in, everybody. 6 months, 23 PV plus mine, 132. In the middle, there was one 600 PV leadership. My upline said 600 PV leadership. So I bought some things. I'm not going to miss the 600 PV leadership. I bought some things. I was thinking about investing in a warehouse. And right after that, after the leadership, I went back to my original position of 182 PV. 6 months later in that leg, after effort, showing the plan, running into all kinds of crazy people. PhD. Something with this, I mean, there are a lot of good PhDs building the business too, but this particular set of PhDs, man, I am telling you, not only did they ask me, they made me wonder why, not only why I got into the business, they made me wonder why I was born. And then Ram and Shailaja get in. Sowing and reaping. Ram and Shailaja get in. They go, I'm not even there for the follow-up because I had to go to be with my father for the operation. Manipal and Renuka did some follow-up, something 45 days later. And they get in, they do. And he said, Kumar, how do I succeed? What do you need to do? I said, you need a list of names. He said, I don't have a list of names. I'm new to the... I said, you need to contact. Here is, Bill Hawkins' tape on how to contact. Come back next week. We have team calling. I'll show you how to do it. And he came back next week. The 14 people on the list. Now I got to show him how to do it. I said, I'm thinking in my mind, why is he doing everything I tell him? This doesn't fit my experience in life until now. And he's making phone calls, I said, it's easy to read the script, you read it yourself. You know the story how he finds Kankan and Samina Badajar. Kankan is skeptical. Kankan and Samina have a race. Samina is putting people on the list and Kankan is calling them before she can call them to tell them that his wife is getting involved in a crazy business and they should say no to her. In that race, somehow Samina hoodwinked him and we got to Sanjeev and Deepa Gupta before Kankan could get to him. And you know how it is. Ram and Shailaja went platinum, silver in 4 months and Kankan and Samina followed after that, right around that time. Right around that time, I went to a surprise baby shower party kind of thing for Sadhika Sandalia. New Emerald's business Sadhika. I just knew Bis from before because we went to college in India together. They wanted to surprise her, so they went to a relative's house, a distant relative's house of Sadhika, and that happened to be Ajay and Alka's house. That was the place where we were going to surprise Sadhika. I showed up there, my parents were visiting at that time, and Anjali was in the same house at that time. I didn't know that was going to be destiny in the making. Great things magic was going to happen out of the business. Business Sadhika, I had already blown them away in the first 17. And they got in with Ajay and Alka because Ajay and Alka showed them the plan the right way. You find them one at a time. And Ajay was not excited in the business in the beginning. Many of you know the story. Alka was pregnant. And she would show up at the prospect's house. I would show up at the prospect's house. And when you're pregnant, you get hungry without warning. I had a good course on what happens to pregnant women from Alka long before we got married, Alka, Anjali and myself. Because, of course, we never traveled alone together. She came separately, I came separately. We go to a prospect's house and she'd start, there's food. And she'd run out to the kitchen with the prospect. And I'm sitting there like an idiot with a yellow pad and a red pen in my hand. And no plan to show. Nowhere to go. So what do? If you can't beat them, join them. So I put the yellow pad down, I went to the kitchen, ate. I've done all kinds of crazy things. Once I was in Queens in a place and they were all drinking. So I said, one drink shouldn't do any harm. We never do that in the system, guys. So all I know is that in a few minutes I was singing, man. I was not showing the plan, I was singing. And I promoted the function. They all came to the function, Richmond, thinking that it was honest to goodness. God is my witness, thinking that it was a singing and dancing party. After Saturday night, they said, when are you going to start singing, Kumar? And they left on Sunday morning. They left. Because they knew this is not what I had presented them. You telling me, man, we have gone to places like no show. Go to a house, they're not there. Who do you think you are? And you're going with your downline in depth. So you got to do the Kanti on him. You have to be cool. Why? Because Kanti is cool. You have to be cool. You drive 5 hours, it's a no show, you say. It happens. It is true though, it is true. It does happen. I mean, it is not a lie, but inside you're going, I've been through that, man. The couple says they will be there, they'll be there at seminar. They will be there. In fact, there was such a sharp couple once that left a message on Suresh and Padma's answering machine saying that, we'll be there at the meeting. We preserved that on a tape, knowing that they're going to go diamond and we can play that message. Saying we come to the man. We never saw them after the first meeting. We still have the tape. We believed everybody was going to do this thing. Time after time after time after time. But you know what we found? One here, one there. Shauna Sahai. She always walks like this, fast. And I see her at work, walking fast. And I found out that she doesn't like to leave her son at the babysitter. Nobody does. And you can tell when an employee's heart is not there. So I proceeded to talk to her about, I knew that Sanjeev was working in the next building over, and the story. We ended up meeting in a Mongolian barbecue place. And long story short, I ended up bringing them to the business meeting. Almost didn't get in. But Shauna made him stay because I would feel bad if they didn't sit in the meeting. They sat through the meeting and Sanjeev saw the circles in the end. They got in. Magic happened. You heard the pins in their team. What happened? Ajay and Alka, new diamonds. Sanjeev and Shauna, diamonds. What happened? It didn't happen overnight. And then in the middle, I did all this song and dance show. Everything else is song and dance. You show the plan. You might talk about McDonald's first, and then you talk about private franchising, or you talk about private franchising first, or McDonald's. Whatever the heck you do, you cover all the things. Dream, show the plan, 6, 4, 2. Just do something, man. And then you'll find one at a time. Leaders are like eagles. They don't flock together. You find them one at a time. Ramesh and Rama Santana Krishna. I sponsored a highly intellectual couple, and they got in. And somehow Ramesh and Rama got in. Listen to their tape, you'll know the story. They got in. And they started believing in me. We started to build a relationship. We started to have a lot of fun together. How many of you see that we have a lot of fun together? I'm missing. Pat and Lena came in later. I'm just going to talk about a diamond ship here. Pat and Lena came in later. There were many candidate legs, guys. There were many, many candidate legs. That could have been our sixth leg. Some of them are still at 1000 PV, 10 years later. If I had waited for them, I'd be a nice emerald. Pat was working where I was working. We showed him the plan, didn't show him a perfect plan, showed him something in the napkin from the cafeteria at lunchtime. Never looked back. Pat is a student of the business. It's very simple, guys. People who do the 9 core steps will never quit. If somebody says they're doing the 9 core steps and they start backing off, they're lying to you. People who are constantly listening to the CDs will never quit. If somebody says they've heard the CDs and they're backsliding, they're backing off, they're lying to you. It is not possible to listen to all 3 or 4 of our CDs and not get fired up. It is not possible. It is humanly impossible. We went through the stuff. I remember the business was opening in Mexico. So I went to the Mexican restaurant. Garcia's restaurant. I showed up there. And I started talking to the waiter. I think I talked to the waiter more than necessary. Because I don't think he had his papers and the restaurant owner got a little nervous. They all started rounding up and they started asking me questions like, are you from the Bureau of Immigration? I said, no, I just want to start a business there. So they said, okay, we'll give you the name of one guy who works here also. Turned out that guy had a green card, so they gave me the information, So I contacted him. He used to be a doctor in Mexico and in New Jersey he was working in a restaurant. So I went to his house, showed the plan to him. He showed up in the meeting there in Ramada Inn, down there, where Asbury Heights or something. He showed up there. He saw the plan. I booked a follow-up, went to his house. He had the lit pack outside his house with a paper knife stabbed through it. I didn't stop my car to pick it up. I called him up saying, what, man? He said, no, I just didn't want it to fly away. I said, anyway, give me some names. So he gave me names. He gave me names in a Spanish school in Perth Amboy. So I went there. I showed the plan in a classroom full of excited young people. And they were all jibber-jabbering and everything was fired up till I came to the point where I said, it requires $100 to sign up. There was an interpreter, translator, translating everything. Teacher was translating. And somebody asked her a question. I thought maybe they're asking, how, what do we do after we get started? She looked at me and she told me in English, they want to know if you will pay the $100. I said, I need to go to the car and not come back. We were crazy, man. Some attorney became a diamond. So we all started running after attorneys. Seriously. Business opened in China. I showed up at Ming Chow Chinese restaurant. Whatever it took, we were there. thank goodness, a psychopathic criminal didn't go diamond. I would have been there at the mental hospitals looking for him. We were crazy, man. We were nuts. We did whatever it took. We just went with the crowd, man. We were fired up. We would go for a function in April to Winston-Salem. We would go for a function in May to Raleigh, North Carolina. We would go for a function in June to Winston-Salem again. All of us. Kanti, Lata, everybody. Kanti, isn't this too much function? Oh, I went. All of us went. Nothing phases the man. We went for function after function after function. Sometimes we went to function and said, will somebody ask these people to shut up so I can go to my room and sleep? Because functions got over at 4:30 a.m. 4:30 a.m. in the morning. You went back at what, 12? Some of you at night owls? 4:30 a.m. And somebody will come up on stage and say, the winners will stay awake. What do you do? And you think you're taking a double X. At that time, there's 3 doses. But at the end of the month, it's like these socks, 2 of that is left, 5 of this is left, and 7. What the heck happened here? And do you think that I took them and then matched them with the next one? I just took the whole box, threw it out, got a next one. Because I wanted PV next month. I don't know what happens. You diligently take 2, 17, and 6. Are you sure you took the saw palmetto, Kumar? Yeah, it was round black thing. No, it said GLA on it. Really? Somebody said milk thistle with dandelion. Okay, give it to me. I want my PV, man. I'm healthy. I really believe in the food supplements. I'm not mocking that. They are the best in the world. Now I have the information. But everybody kept something. And then you're doing something else. You're reading, and you're showing the plan. And maybe you forgot to listen to a CD every day. Somebody says, key is CD. Okay, key. Have you counseled with your upline? Oh my goodness. Okay, counsel with my upline. That's a key. I had so many keys, I felt like a janitor, man. Challenges come. What are you going to do? Our challenges came after we went diamond. That's a pain. We had challenges before. On the way to diamond, let me tell you what happened. Many of you don't know the story. We had an apartment in Queens. And we rented it out. Real estate. Rent it out. I rented it out to a crook. He never paid the rent. So after a while, Anjali said, what do we do? $1,200 a month. And we were not really, $1,200 was a lot of money. At that time. So we went to the lawyer in Queens. We found out that the lawyer was going to take us more than the crook was going to take us for. So you know what? We made a judgment call. I said, Anjali, we're going to go diamond. And this guy is going to, when the lease goes off, he's going to go off. 2 years we paid $1,200 every month. The money that it was tough for us. But we just chose to go diamond. Forget it. It's too many hassles. I didn't know how to evict him. I didn't bother to find out the procedure. I'm not saying you should do all that. I'm not saying that was going to happen whether we were in the business or not. Okay. Put up with it. Heck with it. What was painful was him showing up in a house plan 3 years later. Ramesh and Rama's group. He owes me 1,200 times 24, Ramesh. Because I didn't do anything to this guy at that home meeting. I was nice to him. Because by then I had become a giver and a lover. I even gave him a lid pack. So it was another $20 or $10, whatever it was. So what do you do? After we went diamond, we rented a house before we bought it. And I was in India, Anjali was in Alka's house, and some pipe froze, something happened, and the whole house collapsed. You know what the business taught us? And I'm not kidding you when I tell you that I learned how to be calm under all circumstances from people like Kanti and Lata and my entire upline. Okay? And when I came back from India, I said, whoa, look at this. And I remember we had to go to Hawaii. The insurance agent was saying, I'm sure you guys want to relocate for Australia. I said, no. We got to go to Hawaii. I'll talk to you after that. Sitting in Hawaii in the pool, all the diamonds are making fun. We're having fun. They're saying, Kumar, you're looking at all this pool and the waterfall. Does it remind you of your house? I remember right after I came home, we had to go for 1,000 PV leadership the next day after I came from India. We didn't have home, no clothes, nothing to wear. We couldn't really do online shopping. We went to a store, got the stores, and as I was walking to the 1,000 PV leadership, I tore off the price tags and everything and walked in. Nobody knew. Do you go through challenges? Is life going to happen? Yeah. Oh, absolutely it's going to happen. But you keep doing the work. Yeah, you'll find someone. Life will happen, guys. People say, if life didn't come in the way, I'd build the business. Let me give you some news. If life didn't come in the way, you don't need the business. And then we found leader after leader after leader. We found all our diamonds, Vishal and Sonika Jain. We found Sugit and Kajal Ajmani. Sugit and Kajal Ajmani, brand new founders. They were the first diamonds on our team, gave us that belief that we can break diamonds too. Kankan and Samina Bhattacharya of diamonds. Sanjeev and Shona Ajay and Nalka, Ramesh and Rama. And then we started finding leaders in depth. People going emerald, people going diamond, one after the other, after the other, after the other. We started finding leaders and we filled Colosseums, guys, because we stayed steady. I'd like to finish up with one thing. I want all you husbands to look at your wives. If you're not married, look straight. Some of you who haven't decided, be awkward. I don't care. I come from a background whether you're married or not. That's it. I don't know. I'm a simple guy. But look at your wives, guys. Say, honey, or whatever you call her. Kukuchku, whatever you call her. Honey. Honey. Say it. I am your knight in shining armor. I will never watch television again. I am your winner. I'll do whatever it takes to fulfill our dreams. I'll show the plan. I'll do all 9 steps. I'll work hard. Everything I do will serve our family, serve you, and serve our dreams. I'm a winner. And you are a winner. You are the best. I'm counting on you. I know you will support me. I know you will hide the remote control. Together, we are going camp. You can count on me. That's it. Period. Women, ladies, I want you to look at your husbands. Honey bunny. Come on, say it. Whatever it is that you say. I love you. I know that you are my knight in shining armor. I have already destroyed the remote control. I will support you because I know that you can take on the whole world, but you need my support. I'm with you 100%. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll never get a headache again. I am with you 100% because we are going diamond together. Let's make it happen. We're going camp together. That's it. Period. We love you guys. Go camp.